If you've ever wondered why PTSD triggers seem to keep just showing up, even years later, you're not alone. The truth is, triggers don't just disappear. But here's the good news. You can learn to handle them so they lose their grip on you. Today, I'm going to break down why triggers never fully go away and give you practical ways to take control when they hit. When you go through trauma, your brain does something powerful. It takes snapshots, sights, sounds, smells, and locks them into your survival system. It's your amygdala at work. So the smell of smoke, the slam of a door, the sound of a radio tone, all of these cues can feel just as dangerous years later because your brain isn't trying to hurt you. It's just trying to keep you alive. That's why PTSD triggers never truly go away. They're just a permanent alarm. Wired into your system. But here's the shift. Just because the alarm sounds doesn't mean the danger is real in that moment. One of the most natural things we do with triggers is avoid them. We stay away from places, people, and sounds that set us off. And in the short term, that feels safe. But in the long term, avoidance tells your brain this really is dangerous. Keep the alarm on, which means the trigger actually grows stronger. Facing triggers safely with support, grounding tools, or even in therapy is how you retrain your brain. It's like exposure training on the job. The more you practice in controlled ways, the less the power the trigger has over you. Now, I'll never forget a moment with one of my teammates. We had just gone off a tough situation at work. And later, I saw him break down in the corner of a locker room. At the time, I didn't know what to do. I froze. But something said to me, check in later. So I did. I told him, I've been there too. That one sentence opened the door to a real conversation. It reminded me that triggers don't just hit us individually. They ripple through the whole team. And sometimes the best way to weaken the power is to face them together, not in silence. So if we can't erase triggers, what do? We rewire how we respond. And that's where tactical tools come in. Things like grounding techniques. Press your feet to the floor. Look around. Name 5 things you can see. Water splashing on your face. Breathing drills. Slow, controlled breaths that calm your nervous system. Reset rituals like pausing after a shift before walking in the door so the job doesn't come home with you. Every time you use a tool, you send your brain a new message. I'm safe now. I've got control. Over time, the trigger may still pop up, but instead of hijacking you, it becomes just another moment you know how to handle. So why do PTSD triggers never go away? Because your brain is built to remember the danger. But why can you handle them? Because you retrain your brain, you build tools, and you lean on your brothers and sisters who get it. Remember, you're not weak for being triggered. You're wired for survival. And with the right tools, you can shift from being hijacked into being in control. Stick around because the next video we're going to talk about the best ways to reset after PTSD flashbacks. A tool every first responder should have in their toolkit. Stay safe, stay strong. Remember, my friends, you are not alone in this.